Labour MP Barry Gardiner has cast huge doubt over Jeremy Corbyn's newly announced political party, claiming one-issue parties do not stack up. Speaking to GB News, Gardiner delivered his verdict on the new left-wing movement, claiming it will not gain the traction on wider issues resonating with voters. In her resignation letter, Zara Sultana announced the new party. Jeremy Corbyn and I will co-lead the founding of a new party, with other independent MPs, campaigners and activists across the country. But the truth is clear, this government is an active participant in genocide. And the British people oppose it. Backing Sultana, Jeremy Corbyn declared he is delighted that she will help us build a real alternative, and vowed real change is coming. Discussing the party on GB News, Gardiner told the panel, "I support the Labour Party because I believe that it's the most progressive force in British politics. And of course, I also believe that any Labour leader is going to be better than any Conservative leader. And that's why I supported all of the Labour leaders. But I think single-issue parties, that we're seeing here, don't really stack up." Highlighting that the party's movement could be based on Gaza and the Middle East conflict, Gardiner doubted the party's sustained success. He explained, "I think if you are a protest party on a specific issue, your chances of gaining widespread acceptance by the British public are fairly low, so I don't actually think that for this party, given that it seems to be basing itself around Gaza, you're unlikely to gain traction with the wider public." Making clear his stance on the conflict, Gardiner told GB News, "Let me be clear, I think what's going on in Gaza is absolutely abhorrent. I think we're seeing literally 40,000, 50,000 children died just in the last week, we've seen 1,000 people killed for trying to get food for themselves, being shot at. But my point here is that if you are a single-issue party, then once that issue is no longer in the public spotlight, you're unlikely to gain traction with the wider public, and so I think it's a shaky start for any party." Criticising the Labour Party, Gardiner reflecting on the government's first year and claimed that Keir Starmer is lacking in hope for voters. Gardiner said, "What Zara Sultana said in her speech was that we need a politics of hope, and I think that's absolutely right. I think over the past year, what we haven't done as a government is emphasize the hopefulness, given people a vision of what we want to do. And I think it's really important that any political party that is going to get traction with people needs to do that. So in that respect, I think what she said about the need for hope is really important." Weighing in on the debate, commentator Alex Armstrong claimed that Labour has let the people down and has no agenda for hope. Armstrong concluded, "The reality is Jeremy Corbyn and Reform and other small parties wouldn't exist if the Labour Party and the Conservatives had listened to the public's desires. Election after election they've let the public down. You're letting them down now, and the reason why there is no agenda for hope is because there was no agenda for this at this party in the first place, was that it's just been from one bumbling botched policy to the next one.